Greetings, peace be with you. So, this is a public service announcement to each and every single one of you, and that is to stop wasting your seed. Okay, now chances are that you find yourself in one of three boats. Either you are aware of the power that your life force energy holds, you are aware of the power that you begin to experience when you retain your semen, and that's amazing. You're watching this video right now to fuel your motivation. Or you are aware of this power, but you are not emotionally engaged in the process of doing so. Intellectually, you understand the power of semen, but you do not practice it. You continue to find yourself experiencing the urges. And in this video, you are going to discover how and why you must overcome them. Okay? Or you're just completely unaware of the power that your life force energy holds, and you're watching this video wondering why you should retain your seed, and you will get some incredible insights from this so that you can begin to make the shift and become the conscious creator. Okay? Now, it's important to understand that prana graphy. Why do I call it that? I call it that because prana is your life force energy, and these pixels, this whole industry has been specifically engineered to steal your life force energy away. Okay, the reason I say that you should stop wasting your seed is because when you waste your seed is when you become susceptible to the outside influences to plant weed seeds in your mind and be more affected by propaganda. Okay, what is propaganda? Napoleon Hill wrote in Outwitting the Devil that propaganda is any device that causes you to be affected without knowing that you are being affected. Okay, when you don't retain your life force energy is when you become open and susceptible to the influences of mainstream media, to the influences of marketing, to the influences of societal programming, and you become a slave to the way that you are being programmed. Okay, you become a slave to outside factors, conditions, circumstances, opinions. You're just so open to influence because you are not retaining your seed, and therefore the weed seeds are being planted into your mind without even knowing so. Okay, extremely important to have this awareness for yourself, because if you don't, is when you become influenced without even knowing it. Okay, now if you already know the power of retaining your life force energy, if you're completely aware of the power that your semen holds in order for you to create, okay, this is your creative energy, and when you let it go is when you don't have any left for you to create the life that you want. When you don't allow that seed to be transferred upwards towards your head, towards your creativity, towards your intellectual capacities being expanded, towards having the energy to conceive of an image in your mind and then begin getting to work to create it each and every single day. If you don't let that seed germinate, if you don't nurture that seed, if you don't cultivate it, if you don't allow it to grow, then you are just a leaf blowing in the wind. You are a ship sailing without a sail. Okay, not technically sailing, you're just going with the wind. Okay, you're going with outside influences. So if you're like, okay, I know this, but I can't do it. Okay, intellectually you understand it, but you can't follow through with it. You continue to feel these urges and temptations. What should you do then? Okay, so I made a video yesterday about this as well. 3 steps to implement so that you never relapse again. And the second step, which I mentioned, was to really paint a vivid picture of the negative side effects that would occur if you continue going down this path. Okay, just look around your life right now. Is it in alignment with your higher self, or are you being caught up in the lower temptations? Are you just experiencing a life, the people, the circumstances, the situations that are not in alignment with your higher values? Look around you. Is it in alignment? Because if it is, then chances are you wouldn't be watching this video. Okay, and if it isn't, then it's time for you to wake up to the reality that you are being hacked. Okay, prana graphy is what they call a super stimulus. which means that the human mind has become so engaged in this process, even though we know that's not it's not helping us. Okay, why do we do something that we know is hurting us and we still do it? Why do we do that? It's a super normal stimulus. It's hijacking the reward system in the mind. Okay, they've done studies on this, and they found the correlation between the gray matter in someone's mind and the amount of pornography that they watch. Gray matter is the area of your brain associated with willpower, with decision making. Therefore, it becomes a negative feedback loop, which means that the more that you engage in pornography, the less gray matter that you have, the harder it becomes for you to quit, and the more that you continue to engage. And when you are stuck in that cycle, it's very, very difficult to break out. The reason that I continue to make these videos is because breaking this habit has been the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life. And I don't say that lightly, okay? Breaking the habit of busting nuts to pixels on a screen, breaking the habit of wasting my seed each and every single morning, each and every single night, was the hardest thing that I ever did in my life, okay? And I know that it's difficult. And when you first start, it's going to be difficult for the first 30 days, for the first 60 days. And if you are still caught in the mentality of nofap, of having to do this, and you're counting your days, it's going to be even more difficult on day number 200 than it is on day number 1, because you are still caught in the mentality. So the shift is to let go of this habit. And like I mentioned in the video yesterday, to make the shift from thinking that this is wrong, thinking that this is bad, to realizing that this is no longer an accurate representation of who I am. Okay, when your habits become an embodiment of who you are, they become a vote for the person that you are becoming. And when you let go of this addiction to pixels on a screen and wasting your seed to it, is when you let go of the agenda that is systematically engineered to enslave your mind, to destroy your masculinity, to destroy your personal power, to go ahead and create a change in your life. Okay, very important to understand. They've done so many studies on this. The more pornography that someone watches, the more likely they are to be depressed, anxious. The more likely someone's depressed and anxious, the more they are recommended to take the antidepressant pills, to take the anti-anxiety pills. And when they do this, who's getting paid? The big pharma. Okay, watch out for big pharma. And it's difficult for me to even say it in this video, but I said it, and now I'm going to continue filming, because I do not want to start this video from the beginning. But I said it now, and understand that there is a huge agenda that if you're not aware of, you become a puppet of. So just increase your awareness. It's time for you to wake up to the reality. Really begin picturing what the worst case scenario is if you go down this path, so that you can begin to experience the pain in the present and not get caught up in the illusion of time, whereby it feels good in the moment, but over the long term, it just destroys your ability to create change in your life. Okay, so I'm going to keep making these messages because I know they get the most traction. This is something that a lot of men need to hear to fuel their journey, to wake up to their own personal power. This is a practice that every man must engage in, and if you don't, then that's a choice. Okay, because the most important thing to do is be aware of what is actually going on, what games are being played, and then if you have the awareness, then do what you want. Okay, if you continue busting your nuts but you're doing it with awareness, then all power to you, even though you're giving away your power. Okay, I don't know why you would, but at the end of the day, you are aware. If you're ignorant, then you're just being hacked, and it's important to increase your awareness so that you don't be hacked, so that you don't feed into the system. Okay, so a quick video from my heart to yours. I hope that you wake up to the reality that there is a game, that pornography is a tool that they are using to enslave the minds of men, to destroy masculinity, destroy our personal power, and it is up to you to make the choice to reclaim your power. Okay, so with that, I will conclude this video. I hope that you stay strong. I hope that you implement the habits, the routines, the rituals, the lifestyle practices that allow you to level up, and I can, just continue making these vids. Hope to transfer on this energy to you, and hope that you can continue to implement this as well. Okay, so I will leave you in the peace and power of the one infinite creator, and I will catch you in the next one. Much love to you. Take care.